Welcome back to the moment you've all been waiting for. Cardano short-term technical analysis. Just kidding. That's not happening here because we don't do that on this channel. We don't bite our nails. We don't get involved in that bullshit. It's time to talk about the most expansive NFT project on Cardano. Clay Nation is a collection of 10,000 clay characters varying in all shapes, sizes, styles, smiles, frowns, emotions, mannerisms, styles. I think I already said styles. They were launched in September of 2021, and at time of recording, Clay Nation holds the number 3 spot in volume, just behind Space Buds and Pavia, Cardano Buzz. So Cardano Buzz is like this dude who like rug pulled everything, and like he's behind Pavia, and there's just a lot of drama.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pavia is still supposed to be fine, but like he was definitely behind it.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yeah. Now, if you include Claymates and their Good Charlotte collaboration, they would, if I'm not mistaken, they would be right behind Space Buds in terms of volume. So again, Clay Nation alone holds that number 3 spot. As you know, I'm a huge advocate of the Claymates, of Clay Nation. So I will break down how I sift through all the 10,000 male and female and undecided Clay Nations, the same way I did when I accumulated my Claylection. Every trait in the book is handmade. Like, literally, they made the traits. When you zoom in on them, matter of fact, I'll just show you. So, when you click on a Clay Nation and you decide to zoom in, like we will do right now, you will literally see the beauty involved in the hand making of these pieces. The art, the grit, the rawness, the realness, the authenticity, the genuineness in this turkey leg is uncanny. There's a turkey leg on my screen in case you guys weren't sure. The rawness and the amount of genuineness, the amount of authenticity in this collection is what really hits home for me. Off the bat, we'll talk about what gets your foot in the door. Tell them, guys, the floor. The floor gets your foot in the door. The floor. In my videos, I talk a lot about getting lost in translation, and I think this is because we're just so early in these Cardano NFTs. Now, I also thought of a new perspective too. There's only 10,000 of these pieces. So again, CNFT.TOOLS, type in Clay Nation, you will pull up Clay Nation, and we will talk about getting your foot in the door. At time of recording, the floor is 1400 ADA. First thing I do when I'm looking at floors for Clay Nation is I will just scroll through the cheapest listings and see if anything stands out to me. I personally love the cockeyed ones. I feel very relatable to them because they are, I don't know, cockeyed. I like ones that are smiling. I like ones that are happy. Everyone relates to something different. It's what I prefer. For example, this one off the bat, 1650 ADA, and the floor is 1400. I love the unbuttoned t-shirt. I think it's really aesthetically pleasing. I think many would agree. The brain exposed is pretty cool, but I'm not in love with him crying. This one's very happy. This one is very happy. I like the missing teeth. So those are some cool floors. What I like to do when I start looking at clays is I will go straight to the clothing traits because, in my opinion, the clothing is what you typically see most. It's the biggest part of the picture. So let's just take a look at clothing. That's what I did. That's how Dad did it. That's how America does it. And it's worked out pretty well so far. So off the bat, tentacles, suits, tracksuits, spaceman suits, armor, blood shirts, and robot bodies. These are the most rare clothing. There's also orangutans, but we'll talk about that a little later. Not only are they the most rare, in my opinion, they're some of the coolest ones. I also like naked ones, as you can see right there. I love being able to see all the clay, so that's why I like the naked ones, and they just don't give a fuck either. Another notable one, not as rare, that people love is the superhero clothing. There's 477 of them, which is relatively common, but they're just so cool, and I can't wait to see these in 3D in the Clayverse. Clayverse? What? Verses of clay. Another notable trait, laser eyes. Again, there's a good amount of them, but people love them because they're laser eyes, and they're cool. Another notable trait is Ada eyes. They are eyes with little Cardanos on them, as you can see it right here. The Ada symbol, like neutrons and stuff. I think I'm saying that right. I don't know. Next up, what I like to do is I like making narratives, right? So just like in Space Buds, when we had Pirate Buds, when we had Man on the Moon Buds, when we had Guns N' Roses Buds, here, one of my favorite combos has been laser eyes with superhero clothing. Because to me, it's an obvious narrative that it's a superhero, like a full-blown superhero, like, oh, save your ass, or kill you. Another notable combination that I like is joint in mouth and mushroom earrings, because I like drugs.
So do you.
I'll show you guys this joint in mouth mushroom epic combo. Bam! All the druggies for sale with a floor of 4,500 ADA. Those guys know what they're doing. The most rare trait, or second most rare trait, is wings. They even have their own category. Wings or no wings. There's 30 of them. Here are the ones for sale. Let me sort it elsewhere and we can see all of them. The number one ranked clay is beautiful. It's Drams's. Crypto Drams has this one. He's been rocking it as his Twitter profile picture for a little while now, and everyone's probably conformed to that's probably just what he looks like at this point. Desensitized, everyone's just used to it. Now the reason it's number one ranked is because it's got wings and it's got a duck mouth. There's 89 duck mouths and 30 wings, and when you put those combos together, the algorithm will generate probably a number one rank, and so they have. Another cool combo is Rasta hat and joint and mouth and stoned eyes. There's stoned eyes ones, stoned eyes ones too. Also, you can see rank 2, 3, 4, 5. They're blue and green clays with wings, which are very prominent. Let's talk about blue and green clays. So on the body side of things, we have blue clays and green clays. 549 green clays, 498 blue clays. So about 10% of the collection are colored. Off the bat, I think people just like the blue ones a bit better. I think most humans are more attracted to it. I love green, but whatever. I love blue slightly more, maybe, usually. Lastly, I think notably wise, one of the coolest traits. Actually, I have a little story to tell. So, when Clay Nation first came out, wow, 26,000 ADA this guy's selling it for? Orangutans, there's 12 orangutans. So, when I first learned about orangutans, I didn't know they were orangutans. I thought it was spaghetti clothes with a thumb in the middle. What I figured out was the Claymates actually adopted 12 orangutans. Not physically, they do not have orangutans running in their house, 12 of them. No. You know, like that thing where you can fund monkeys. So, they adopted 12. And thus, there's only 12 orangutans on here. This one's very nice for 26,000 if someone grabs it before me. Great going. This other one has been for sale for a very long time. A good friend of mine owns it. If you're watching, I'm sorry for what I'm about to publicly do to your orangutan. But this orangutan can't sell, and I will tell you why. This is a good example, by the way, thank you again, friend, of a clay you don't want to buy. First off, what do you notice most? I'm gonna let you guys figure out why completely. But do you feel any happiness or any life or will to keep going from this orangutan? Let me know if you'd buy this orangutan. No, but to me, it's still an orangutan. At the same time, I don't know. These aren't the kind of clays I go after though. Lastly, what we will do is we will go through my clay collection and look at some nice ones and why I decided to purchase them and maybe find some narratives and have some fun. So off the bat right here, this clay 90260 is a green duck. Green duck, he rocks. Has a gold tooth. This clay right here, 0292. Smiling, gold tooth, cute little bow, simple sweatshirt, big glasses, very humble. I get humble vibes. And everyone loves the bullhorns. I love the bullhorns. Now I like this one. 0528. He's not smiling, and we'll talk more about it. I love the narrative here. I love the alien, the nakedness, the stinkiness from the flies. He's like a stinky, naked pirate alien. Done. That's why I bought it, because he has that title. Clay 4239. I think it's got a lot going for it. It's got the Ada eyes. It's got the pink mullet, which really makes it look unique. The tongue out, active. It's got a gold chain, tracksuit. Tracksuits are very nice. I like the tracksuits. It's got a lot going for it. It looks unique. I love the pink mullet personally. One of my favorite clays that I've ever purchased. 4987. Pairing the 3 eyes with the alien antennas, to me, is a clear mark that this is an alien off-world clay. Definitely not from this planet, and it's got a wizard beard. It's like the amount of narratives in my head are practically exploding my brain. This clay's got everything going for it. 4390. Rasta hat with the joint. Rasta man. Ada eyes. Silver chain. Tracksuit. I mean, you just pulled this guy straight out of a movie. Now, one thing I will share with you guys, you have to be weary of every collection and you have to use your brain. So on the hats and hair traits, they are broken down very heavily. The most rare hat slash hair trait is a Clay Nation hat with long hair. Here's the thing. There are plenty of Clay Nation hats in the collection. As you can see, there's a Clay Nation hat with brown hair. There's a Clay Nation hat with mullet. I'm pretty sure there's just a Clay Nation hat. Yep, Clay Nation cap. So there's like 600 or 700 Clay Nation hats. But this trait right here, there's only 87 of them. So what'll happen in the algorithm is that it will say that, for example, this one right here is rank 130. Why? Because the percentage on their hat and hair trait is 0.87%. But is it really rare if there's 600 or 700 of them? The answer is no. So you need to do your own research. And typically if you are buying a clay with the hat and hair and it looks like a great deal because of the rank, the rarity rank, realistically it's not, unless you're gonna bet on someone else's ignorance moving forward. This is very similar to the Space Buds thing with the umbrellas. Thank you for watching. Again, this is all art at the end of the day. It doesn't matter if I don't like frowns, but I think that most people would like happier clays. So that's also why I gravitate towards them. I just mentally like the ones that smile more. Just because I don't like your orangutan does not mean that someone else won't, will, or won't. What I am doing is I'm foreseeing problem selling in the future, very simply because I have watched that clay be on the market for months at a very reasonable price. So now what you really need to do is subscribe, like, and comment. Bye. Welcome back to another episode. We are filming right now for the Clay Nation. Let's redo that, John.
Yep.